Okay, you got death and the tower and the fool. So it does feel like you've kind of wandered back into a situation, relationship, friendships, job, something that was not good for you from the past. And it does look like you may have wandered back into it for a minute. It does look like you may be on the way to leaving this. So let's take a look. But it does look like there's a lot of action here. It does look like there's a lot of feelings, and it does look like there's more of the same from the past. For some reason, it's feeling like you thought something would be different. It is not. It is the same. All right. And this kind of dictates this kind of surrender, walking away from somebody's jibe that really isn't yours. It does look like you may have been the caretaker in all of this. You may have had to step up and use your words with love and kindness. These swords lighting up here, that is about communication. So it does look like you have had to, or considered, walking back away from this situation that you reignited. It may be a love relationship, a sexual relationship, or a friendship, family relationship, something like that. But it does look like you walked away from something for many months and you came back to it. It does look like it's more of the same. You are growing and learning what you don't want as well as what you do. There is some anger around all this, and it looks like it's self-anger for going back or for revisiting this lesson again. And it can be the same lesson with a different person. It does not necessarily mean it is the same person that you went either back to. You may have created somebody new that it's the same situation as the one that you have walked away from about 6 months ago, I'm feeling. So the Knight of Swords is here. This is what crosses you. This may be that person. As I said, this would be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. The Knights are all about action. And swords usually are conflict, bad news, or angry messages. So it does feel like this is validating this conflict that you've kind of walked back into that you thought would be different. It is not different. It is more of the same, and it may be more intense. So this can be as simple as maybe you volunteered for something at church and then thought it was too much and pulled yourself back from it and then decided to try it again, thinking things had changed, and it had not. I'm just using church as an example. It can be a relationship that you let go of, a partner, because you weren't on the same page or you weren't in line, and thinking it would be different, walk back into it. So that is the kind of situation I am detecting. I don't feel like you walk back into it as intensely as you had the first time. But this Six of Cups kind of dictates messages from the past, can be love messages, can be exes that walk back into your life, or even just message you. It's usually about some information or a connection from the past in your current situation. So there you go. That is above you. This is what is behind you. It does feel like you're feeling very trapped, or you did feel trapped in a situation, and that is in the past. So this may be something that you have just gone through or are beginning to release, but it does feel like walking back into the situation you felt trapped again. Whatever that agreement was, whatever that responsibility or that connection was that you walked back into from the past, it was more of the same. It put you right back into feeling that you were less than enough, and you are certainly enough, sweet Aries. But it does look like you're healing yourself. You learned quite a bit, and you learned it a lot quicker the second time than you did the first time. So, but you are very much on guard, and so it was more of the same is what I'm feeling. Page of Wands is here. Page is about messages. Wands is about action. And pages of Wands are about important messages concerning your current situation. It may be work, or it may be a social situation. So it does look like you got some clarity about this situation that you had thought had changed. It didn't. You got more information. You got validated very quickly. And it does look like you are either leaving that because this This page is facing forward. With this information, it has helped you move forward in a way. I don't know if you have major physical separations now, but it does look like you have major mental separations, and you have made a decision to do so, to kind of walk away from this situation. It is not benefiting you. It is only benefiting the other person, is what I'm feeling. The Chariot is here. This is really about balance. This can be about spiritual balance. The dichotomy of life, finding a way to kind of trundle along without all this hardship, lightening your load a little bit. This also can be travel in style. So there may be some travel coming up that someone may gift you during the holidays, a travel experience. But it does feel like moving forward, once you release all this energy from this person that really feels like a psychic vampire, just sucks the life out of you, Aries. So it's time for you to be very clear with your boundaries and put the energy into your motion, your success, you moving forward. This person is just keeping you from that. It's holding you at bay or pulling you down with them. It does not allow you to soar into your greatness. It does feel like the Chariot has new offerings for you. You may have either re-entered school or, picked up a self-help book, got some information and got some clarity. But it does feel like some information that just came to you will help you move forward and make you more important in your world than this other crazy situation that is really dragging you down. It's taking away from you, your greatness, your family relationships, as well as your children. So this is not healthy. Do with it what you will, but it does feel like it's more of the same, and it may be even more intense. It does feel like you're moving out of that. You're moving forward into your greatness. You may go in and out for a little bit until you make that decision. But the culmination card at the bottom here, or the basis of all this, is walking away from something you thought would give you great joy and pleasure. Usually the cups are about emotions. It can be a loved one. This can be a marriage, a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, a long-term relationship. But it does feel like whatever you walked back into feeling it was going to be different is not. And you had to take, it does feel like taking a leap of faith. You had to get good and angry about it. It does look like you may have had some betrayal, either around money or another person. But it does feel like some anger has risen to the top, and that has allowed you to walk away, or at least consider walking away. The Fool is here. This is a brand new beginning. It is the 0 card, so it does feel like almost a rebirth once you release all this stuff. This feels like the last piece of a puzzle that you have been working on through, I want to say many lifetimes, but this lifetime, it does look like you have repeated this kind of either dependency or codependency with partners that has evolved to this particular time, and that you have really released some of those behaviors that no longer serve you. And the Fool is here to remind you that it's a brand new canvas. You're starting all over again, and you get to pick your journey. You get to pick what makes you smile and try new things. It does feel like you may be being introduced to new people, new situations, which helps you kind of refocus from this very painful situation that didn't work. And this can be just, somebody that's just emotionally hanging on you, or financially hanging on you as well. But it does feel like that is moving out, and that you're really excited about starting something new. So you may have rejoined a class of some kind. It could be a night class. You could be studying for your CPA, but it does feel like you're adding something new, some new skills, something that you have never done before or even considered. So this may be a reskill of some kind if you had to leave a job because of illness or injury or something like that. But it does look like brand new beginnings that are very exciting. So take that leap of faith and try something new. The Death card is here, so it does feel like the ending of something, the beginning of something else. Death card, when it shows up, can actually be a physical death. It is upside down, so there may be some things being resolved from an actual physical death. So you may have had somebody very close to you die. This may have to do with a will. This may have to do with, just being in probate or cleaning out a house or just the ending of something. This can be the ending of a relationship. This can be your child leaving to go to college. This can be just about anything. It is upside down, so it is not as harsh, and it is, you have clarity about it. It's not a mystery to you. It's kind of cleaning up the ending of something that the ending had started a long time ago. So this is the residual that you are releasing. And because it is right above the Fool, it is upside down. This does feel like a validation of a new beginning. Really putting your energy, your time, your love, your effort into this new beginning that is just for you. It is not for the kids. It's not for the wife. It's not for the parents. It is just for you. And that's kind of a new space for you. So it's one of great growth. And so congratulations, Aries, for getting through all this caca. At the top, the culmination is the Knight of Wands, and the Knights are all about motion. This is upside down. Wands, again, are about motion, moving forward. Usually it's a positive change. It is upside down, so it may have felt that this is a negative change. It may have taken you something really negative to happen that was just flagrantly wrong for you to get angry and for you to either leave the situation or change how it's framed, make you a priority, speak your truth. But it does look like something was really, really kind of out of pocket, shall we say. And it took something really out of pocket and really rude for you to go, wait a minute, I don't have to do this. I didn't sign up for this. And you're not my child, so bye-bye now. And that's what it feels like. If you haven't made that physical separation, it does look like you are contemplating it or putting into action your next step on separation. What clarifies this on the left side, this is the 9. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This is about material things. This can be new projects. This can be higher learning, collecting information. This is kind of like, how does your garden grow? This is taking those great ideas and manifesting them to the physical realm. It does look like you are physically healing your body, your mind, your soul from this kind of tumultuous stuff that has been happening. It does feel like you are feeling a little bit better. It is moving from the anger space into the healing space. Sometimes we have to get good and pissed off in order to let a situation go or to walk away. Otherwise, we may hang on to it for years trying to make it better for somebody else. But now it's time to put your priorities to the front of the line. It does feel like you're growing and that you have left some either relationships or changed some relationships, even friendships. It does feel like you have kind of outgrown some things and grown into a much more balanced person because of this. It does look like you kept a lot of secrets. Your family members may not have approved of this, so it does look like it was kind of kept in the dark, or maybe not all of it was shed into the light. So now you can be completely transparent and you can grow into your greatness right in front of the neighbors. It's great. You don't have to keep any secrets, but it feels like you had some shame around this, and that is why you kept some things secret. But now you can be completely transparent. You can put things out in the world, and it does look like you have more than one thing to focus on. So pick something till it's completed and then move on to the next. But it does feel like you have a lot of projects. This may be actually a physical garden. This may be a new business that you're growing. This may be a new friendship, a new relationship. Although I don't see a new relationship, I see releasing of an old one. And this may be a relationship with you. So it does look like with this anger, you were able to start healing yourself. And even on a physical level, you were able to heal yourself. The Tower is to the right of here to remind you, it is what it is. It will not change. This is lessons through destruction. This is kind of validating that you thought this would be the situation that came back will be different. It is the same, and it may be even worse. And it does feel like you needed to see it in order for you to truly let it go and not come back at all. So this may be somebody that's completely dependent, someone that maybe can't pay their bills, that you've been paying their bills, or just a really toxic relationship that, you were under the guise that it had changed. It has not. So, sweet Aries, that is your general reading for the month of November. And I'm going to throw one of these Lovers Oracle, and they seem to bring it on home. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. Well, there it is. Need I say more, Aries? Let that stuff go. It is more of the same.